Welcome to Jonesboro, Arkansas, at Centennial Bank Stadium. Just about halfway through the season, and things are starting to take shape here in our coverage of EA Sports College Football. The Jaguars headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Red Wolves offense as they take control of the football first. And this junior tight end is a steady, productive piece of their attack. He had 9 catches in their victory last time out. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Little. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Whistles as we have a man down on the field. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Owens. Got his man. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the Red Wolves come to the line in the hurry-up. That can be a momentum builder to convert your first 3rd down and also get your quarterback in a rhythm throwing the slant.
That's so nice. You always want to do that. You want to start the game in a good rhythm, get your quarterback comfortable. Slants are easy, timing routes, get a first down. Now maybe open it up even more.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Looking for space. It's Clay. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Red Wolves send out the punt unit. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So South Alabama's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He's gritty, great attention to detail, solid hands. He'll have to be accounted for in this passing attack.
And, man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
To the air, it's Davenport. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Jaguars will line it up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Jaguars look to keep this drive humming. Motion from the wideout. On the move. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down. The Jaguars back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. After run, now throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quick release by the QB. Breaks into the open. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Jaguars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the move, it's Martin. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Jaguars trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll send the back in motion. He wants to change this route. Quarterback keeps it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Jaguars! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Red Wolves offense coming out to start the drive. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. Dropping back, it's Owens. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. And the Red Wolves will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. There he goes. Open it up. Sweet spin. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Great place to start for this offense. From the red zone, it's Martin. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The run inside. It's Malone. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, South Alabama. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
This defense has been gashed, and they are backed up again with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. Powers through. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Jaguars! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Well, they go back to the option play, and now this is the second time, Pollock, this QB has scored running this scheme offensively.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing the option, it's responsibility football. I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You can tell this defense not really ready for this quarterback run game. They better figure it out, or it's going to be a long game.
Turning it on. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Neutral zone infraction. The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Finds his man. It's Spencer. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Motion from the back. Back to throw. It's Owens. Pumps it downfield. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. The Jaguars offense ready to start this drive. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Throws to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Running to the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get to second and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Jaguars are moving quickly down the field. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. And the Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. In the red area, it's Martin. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, South Alabama. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And he's going to try to return this one. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. The play-action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Summers. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Safe completion on the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. After those last two plays, let's see if they can get it out of reverse on 3rd and 18. Dropping back, it's Owens. They get to him as he throws. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Got his man. Touchdown, Jaguars! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Hey, man, offense, defense, special teams, they are showing it all early in this football game. We're still in the first half. We got a 5-touchdown lead. Everything going right except for us, guys, because now we're going to have to figure something to talk about because this one isn't over, but it's close to almost at the half.
You know, they make fun of kickers for not worrying about contact, but that's about as rough as it gets. Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. Gets it just across the 30 to the 31-yard line, and that's where the return is stopped. Arkansas State ready to get this drive going. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. They got to stop turning the football over.
Right back to the well. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Red Wolves are in the hurry-up. To the air. It's Owens. Fires to the middle. Got his man on the right. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Catch in the middle. It's Cobb. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. The option, he'll keep it. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
Lining up for the PAT. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Makes it past the marker. Good gain there. Picks up the 1st down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. So much for the tough field position. 1 play, and you're already to the 35. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Finds his man. It's Hunter. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for 1 final play in this half. Looking for a man. It's Davenport. The throw. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down.
And a great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know that sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got to feel it. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for 1 final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it out. It's Malone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Starting this third quarter on the ground. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Jaguars will punt it away on fourth down. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the... And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Spencer. There he goes. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man. It's Owens. Finds the tight end. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
It's complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Red Wolves are marching down the field. Running inside. It's Clay. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He'll throw it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
Looking downfield, it's Owens. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Got his man downfield. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage? The Red Wolves will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Unleashes one deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. He splits the uprights.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. South Alabama appears ready to start things on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides the back and leaves it. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Makes the grab. It's Malone. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. One more play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. On the run, it's Malone.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives,
Might have a chance. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Touchdown, South Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
Using his legs, it's Clay. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quickly complete. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. And the Red Wolves will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll haul it in right around the logo. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. The run inside. It's Malone. Maybe some room here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll do it himself. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to...
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense. Touchdown, Jaguars! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Looking downfield, it's Owens. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Rushes on him, trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down. The Red Wolves decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Jaguars offense ready to start this drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. They'll ride the hot hand. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. We have reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially with these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
At the 45 on his way. He's loose. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
Good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Still on his feet at the 40. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.